Coach, you guys come out on an 18-0 run, a little bit different than some of the past couple of games where you find yourself down 10 or down 8 very early. What was kind of the message, or what kind of charged up, coming out that fast?
Well, we really did try to motivate our players to run hard in our posts, and Bella took it to heart because she was like, I can go get some easy baskets, and we looked for it. We got it early. It almost came too easy. When it comes too easy, all of a sudden you think it's going to be that way the whole time, and then we start taking chances on things. They toughen up. They make things a little bit harder. We turn the ball over, but just love the energy that we started with. And again, just you have to take care of home court, and you have to come out with great energy and not let someone walk on your court and play harder than you.
We kind of know the standard that you've set, so maybe not thrilled with that second quarter. What was kind of maybe some of the messages in the huddle? They made a little bit of a run. They were going to start making shots. It's basketball, but it seemed like maybe a little bit of frustration with some of the turnovers and some of the defense in the second quarter. We've just got to figure out the stuff we want to run when we take Bella off the court. I mean, again, the fifth-year player understands how to keep us in offense so well. And she's a little bit better on the perimeter handling with ball skills. And so her plus minus is 32 tonight. So when she left the court, we just hit some dry spells. And that may mean, and I think B's, foul trouble. Now we take two kind of more legit scores off the court, and we replace them with, we move people around, and we don't quite have the presence in the post that we started with. So we got to figure out what it is we want Alex to run and to give her best advantage inside. And then everybody around us has to be better. I just thought we tried to – they got better defensively, and I thought we tried to – dribble through them, and that's the last thing I think you can do against Arizona State, and certainly Arizona that's coming in here. You've got to move the ball with some passing, but they took some things away from us that we didn't expect, and it cost us a little bit in that second quarter. How much do you think a game like tonight kind of summarizes what Charlize's season has been like, where it's not the 40 points, it's not 27 shots, it's 15 points, 6 of 9, very efficient, and just setting up her teammates, rebounding, kind of doing everything that she does. But, it doesn't have to be the 30 points for her to be effective and for you guys to win, pretty handily.
Right. I think that's big for us. I mean, I think, again, balance is that word that we've won games in the past where she had to be perfect. And when she wasn't, we couldn't keep up. And so now, I think it takes a lot of burden off of her. 4 people in double figures and then 2 others that are right there. Getting to 80 points is what we talk about a lot. Gives you a chance to win against a lot of people in this league. Certainly some things we didn't do well tonight that we need to clean up. But I just love how we're spreading it out, and that and Charlize has bought into that. She wants to win, and this really does give us the best chance to win if we can get, multiple people in double figures.
So Bella, the rebounds. So the rebounds were an emphasis this week, and Bella certainly played a role in that. What did you kind of see from her tonight and from the whole team in terms of getting in the paint? Well,
I mean, I thought we did okay. I'm not crazy. Second chance points, they outscore us 19-17. So we got ours. I think we were 17-2 against UW. We got 17 in both games, but we gave up 19 points tonight. So Arizona State did a great job attempting and getting after the boards for themselves as well, and that's a problem. If we don't take care of our defensive end, that will bite us. We will lose games going forward if we give up those kinds of points on second chance points. So I don't think it was a dominating performance at all, even though, there's some good things. We got some offensive rebounding, thank goodness. We got some offensive rebounding and some putbacks, but we got to clean up the defensive end of the board and not let people have second chance points.
Then Jaylen Brown from WSU, I believe she put 35 on Colorado, got to the free throw line a lot in that game and a lot in this game. What was the plan to defend her, and how did that work out tonight?
Well, again, I not having watched the game, as much as I will, she's great. She's really a dynamic player. They spread the floor with their injuries that they had, and Mallory Miller coming back. I mean, they decided to put in all shooters, and they hadn't been playing that way. Miller hasn't been shooting the ball well, Sosa maybe not so much, and when they did that, we got scared and nervous and spread out, and then that's just everything, Brown wants and everything Simmons wants. So
they changed how they played a little bit and became a little bit more dangerous on the perimeter. We've got to keep getting better at that. I thought Charlize did a really good job on her while she was on her. I think she scored most of her points when she was on other people that just don't defend, one-on-one as well. But good player, great player, and she's scoring on everybody, so it's not just us.
And LA, another solid night. What did you see from her, and how she continued to grow her game?
Yeah. Just her decision making is getting better and better. Now, I think again, I hate that I didn't sub her more, but we just don't have a lot of ball handlers right now. So she gets fatigued, and that's the only thing I have about her is probably when she gets a little fatigued, she gets a little casual, and assumes this pass is there, and it's not. But her competitiveness, her floor game, her decision making, when to shoot, when not to, her ability to attack off the bounce and keep people honest. I mean, she is a big-time player, and again, you're seeing her grow right before us. Maybe not the best shooting night for her, but really, really solid against maybe an elite defender. Simmons is an elite defender, and we knew that coming in, and she had to handle her all night and really, really had a great night.
We kind of talked about it all season with obviously the bigger impact of the freshmen having the numbers there. Where do you feel like at this point in the season your confidence level is in that group of freshmen?
Yeah. Well, again, I love the dimension that Alex Koval brings in just with her size and her block shots ability, and again, can just be different. Even if it's fouls, if it's just having a rotation of, Bella, B, obviously Alex and Jess, just that rotation really gives us just completely different bodies, lengths, and strengths to their game. So love how she is impacting the game, even though she's not getting tons of minutes. Jenna Villa, I think, just is I don't look at her hardly as a freshman anymore. The things that are hurting her is just, she's seeing different styles every night, and these guys haven't seen that before. LA, it's all brand new. They've never played Arizona State before. They don't know what that's like. I promise you they haven't played Arizona. They have no idea what they're in store for. So, but they're real eager, and they're competitive, and they watch film, and they learn, and they really want to succeed individually, but they want us to win. They're unafraid. They walk onto the court. They know they have green lights to make plays, and I love that. Kira Gardner, I loved her shots tonight. She was 0 for 4, and I don't think she'll be that again. So like these young players coming in and wanting to impact the game.
Now, obviously, it's 2 conference wins in a row. Arizona has a chance to maybe even get back to 500 in conference, kind of reset there. Do you feel like your team is sort of back on schedule, or where do you feel like you kind of have to? What do you feel like you kind of have to do to get to that point?
I don't know. Every game really, really scares me, and the only thing I'm worried about at this point is, I think Arizona's dropped 3 in a row, so they're going to walk in here and just be, savage. They're just going to come in here and need a win, and we have to respond the same way. We started 0-3. We're trying to crawl our way back into this league, and we're fortunate that we play at home, but we can't take that for granted. Love the crowd tonight. Hope we get a big crowd on Sunday. We need to make it as hard as possible, but if we don't do everything imaginable, from now until game time on Sunday, we don't have a chance against Arizona. So really a lot of respect for them and what they bring to the floor, and our team has to respond and not get too fat and happy about themselves.
I think it was the Bay Area trip. I think Tara had like 5 shots total over those 2 games. Saw her a little more aggressive against Washington, especially in the paint. Again, saw her a little more aggressive, a little more willing to take the 3. Was there some kind of conversation where you just kind of told her to shoot the ball when she has the chance and to be a little more aggressive and look for her shot a little more?
We do. We meet every couple of weeks, and I did meet with her, and I told her. It's kind of like B. We don't run a lot of plays for B, but she always ends up with about 9 or 10 shots a game. And she runs the floor hard, and she rebounds. And I think after that game that she said she didn't, she was 0 for 1, I think she had 1 rebound in 30 minutes too. And I pointed at that one out. If you don't get what you want, then go get a rebound. If you don't
have a play called for you, then run first post down, and you be the post player that we play through. Again, that's what I think is making us a little bit more successful because Bella doesn't have to be down there the whole time. We've got other people that can with their size and strengths. And I think you see Tara take advantage of that. She's really trying to get to different spots on the floor where she has an advantage. Yeah, love her 3. I love that she's getting a little bit more solid there. She's working hard at it, extra. But again, I think the work ethic part of it is go get an offensive rebound and keep the ball alive and run hard. And I think the ball kind of finds good energy and people that work hard. So that's on her to do that a little bit more.
And then just anything update-wise on Kia?
Kia's just a little bit. She's having, we fix one thing and another thing, she starts to put some weight bearing on her ankle and foot. And again, she's not doing anything pounding yet. She's doing a ton of rehab, but just not the pounding part. So I think Kia's at least, she's a work in progress. I wouldn't say she's probably, we hope maybe in February we'll get her back to get some minutes. I hope much sooner for AT.
You mentioned the quality of Kira Gardner's shots. How would you characterize her focus and intensity each game, even though she not a starter, comes off the bench, but how have you seen her progress this year?
Who's that?
Kira Gardner.
Yeah. Well, Kira, again, I have a lot of trust in Kira's offense. I mean, and I really do when she puts in the work. She's a little bit hit or miss, but she's been really solid this semester, getting in some extra shooting. Gosh, she's got a beautiful stroke. She makes a ton of shots in practice. You got to be trustworthy in knowing offense, and you got to be trustworthy in knowing the scout and being great on the scout part. And I don't think that's always been her strength. She comes from a high school that she could do. She didn't matter what she did, she stayed on the court. We value the ball so much. She's got to get a little bit more control. But I've loved her in practice, and I'm very confident in what she can do to give us some extra minutes. I think AT coming out is definitely getting her some extra minutes. So we've just got to build on that. And she's got to find a comfort level. I want her to keep shooting. That's really her comfort level. When she gets any kind of open shot, we want her to take it. And then I just want her to be really solid on the defensive end. I thought she had a great rebound tonight. She pursued it. No one else did. So she's athletic enough to go create some problems for the other team. We just got to get her on the court and make sure she's in those spots to be aggressive. Thanks, everybody. Go Cougs. Come back Sunday.